All right, today's lesson is going to be a combination of 13.2 and 13.3. So first of all, we're going to look at theoretical probability of compound events. And what that means is two different events brought together. So you'll see that here. All right, the whole idea is there's going to be two dice that are rolled. All right, Jacob's rolling two fair number cubes. Find the probability that the sum of the numbers he rolls is 8. All right, so what you would do there is you have to find the total number of possibilities, and what this table does is it shows what those would be. So for your green dice, you have 1 through 6, and then your blue dice, you have 1 through 6. And then based off of what your results would be, you could get a 1 and a 1, then that would go here. You see how there is 6 going this way and 6 up and down. There's 36 total possibilities. And so the formula for finding the total outcomes in a compound event is you find the total outcomes of the first event, and then you find the total outcomes of the second event, and then you multiply them together, and then you'll have 36 total possibilities. All right, and then you go and you find your target. All right, so you'll see a very common example such as this when it comes to sandwiches, like in a store. So a deli prepares sandwiches with one type of bread, white or wheat, one type of meat, ham, turkey, or chicken, and one type of cheese, cheddar, or Swiss. All right, so we have those broken down here. So I'm going to give you just prefixes, W for wheat, or white, excuse me, and then WH for wheat. And then the different types of meats we have H, T, and C. All right, ham, turkey, or chicken. And then there's going to be two different types of cheeses for everything. We have cheddar, and then we have Swiss. All right, so for every bread, you have 3 possible meats, and then with every meat, there's a possibility of 2 different types of cheeses. And so again, our total outcomes is going to be, first of all, the bread, and then we're going to have the meat possibilities, and then we're going to have the cheese possibilities. And then once you multiply those numbers, 2 times 3 is 6, times 2 is 12. That's going to be your total outcomes. And then you're going to see now, on the next slide, the way GoMath sets it up, this is how you would look at it. There's your 12 possibilities right here. Then you have to go backwards and see what's actually on the sandwich. All right, so take a look. What is the probability of selecting or ordering a ham sandwich out of all the possibilities? What you need to do is find your hams. And then this ham is going to be ham with cheddar, ham with Swiss that are on wheat. Now it's going to on white, excuse me. Now it's going to be the same thing for wheat. All right. So those 2 possibilities is wheat, ham, and cheddar, and a wheat, ham, and Swiss. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities. And so we have a 1/3 chance. All right. So tomorrow's assignment is going to be based off of this. You're going to type out possibilities. And let's look at one more example there. Number 4. What is the probability of taking a sandwich that contains Swiss cheese? All right, so take a look at all the ones that have Swiss cheeses. You're going to use your final outcomes here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 6 out of 12. Simplify that. That becomes 1/2. And that should make sense because it's going to be either or cheddar or Swiss. And it doesn't matter what the other pieces are. Since that is the final piece to it, it's either going to be one of the two. So that is this. The next lesson woven into our combined today is making predictions with theoretical probability. We've done this already in our different lessons, but we're just going to review it here. So what you need to do again is find the theoretical probability, and then you have to apply it to the situation, all right, to make a ratio or a proportion. All right, so let's look at this one. You roll a standard number cube 150 times. Predict how many times you will roll a 3 or a 4. So first of all, we need to do the theoretical probability of rolling a 3 or 4. And this is on one roll of the dice. Okay, so it starts with this. The 6 outcomes, right? And now the target is 3 or 4. All right, so that's 2 possibilities out of 6, right? Which equals 1/3. And now the second part is to apply it to the situation. So now I need to set up my proportion. All right, so how do I go from 3 to 150? That's times 50. All right, if you can't see that, you have to divide right to left. All right, and then once you see that, you would predict that 50 times you will roll a 3 or a 4. All right, so that's how you're going to do these problems. All right, so we're going to set it up for you. So The one to the left gives you the theoretical probability, then you're going to apply it to the right. All right, so that's your assignment for today. Again, prefer that you guys show up to class because you can get credit right there by typing your answers into chat.